It all started 3 months ago when Emma vanished. One moment. We were sitting in our apartment, arguing over what movie to watch. She wanted something horror. I wanted something dumb and funny. She rolled her eyes, threw a pillow at me, and said, "Fine, I'll grab us some drinks while you pick your stupid movie." She walked into the kitchen, and she never walked out. I thought she was playing a joke. But when I got up and checked, the kitchen was empty. No Emma. No sign she had even been there. I searched the entire apartment, called her phone, checked outside. She was gone. I called the police. They didn't believe me at first. There was no sign of forced entry, no sign of struggle, just a normal kitchen in a normal apartment with a very not normal missing person. They checked the security cameras from our building. The footage showed her walking inside that night, but never leaving. She just disappeared. I didn't sleep for days. I couldn't eat. I answered every question from the police 100 times, but it all led to nothing. Eventually, they stopped looking. They called it an unresolved disappearance. But then, 2 weeks later, I got a text. It was from my own number. "Unknown. Help me. Please." I stared at the screen, my stomach twisting. Was this some sick joke? A prank? My hands were shaking as I typed back. "Me, who is this?" The reply came instantly. "Unknown. It's me? Emma. They have me. Please, hurry." I dropped my phone. It clattered onto the floor, the message staring back at me like an open wound. Emma, my girlfriend, the woman who had disappeared into thin air, was texting me from my own damn number. I tried calling the number, but the call wouldn't go through. "Number not in service," the robotic voice informed me. My heart pounded. My head was spinning. I called her old number, straight to voicemail. And then another message. "Unknown. They hear everything. Don't reply. Just come. Follow the lights." I didn't know what the hell that meant, but something in my gut told me that if I didn't listen, if I didn't try, I'd never see Emma again. I grabbed my car keys and ran out the door. The moment I stepped outside, the street lights flickered, one after another down the road. They blinked in rapid succession, like a trail leading somewhere. I didn't hesitate. I got in my car and followed the lights. They led me out of town, past the quiet suburbs, past the highway, into the woods, where the roads were old and cracked and barely drivable. And then, suddenly, they stopped. My car rolled to a silent halt in front of an abandoned motel. The sign above was half broken, only a few letters still glowing. ELLWOD. My phone buzzed. "Unknown, room 6. Hurry." The place looked deserted. Windows shattered. Doorways yawning like open mouths. The air smelled damp, like something old and forgotten. I should have turned back. But I didn't. I stepped inside. Room 6 was at the end of the hall. The door was slightly ajar, creaking as I pushed it open. Inside, there was only a bed and an old mirror. Nothing else. And then I saw her. Emma. But not Emma. She stood in the mirror, her reflection staring back at me. But there was no one standing in front of it. Just the empty room. My breath caught. My pulse thundered. "Emma?" My voice barely came out. Her lips moved. "Help me?" I don't remember how long I stood there, frozen, staring at her. My Emma, trapped behind the glass. And then something moved behind me. A whisper, a breath on my neck. The air turned ice cold. I spun around. Nothing. I turned back to the mirror, and Emma was screaming. Her hands pounded on the glass, her eyes wide with terror. "Run," she mouthed. Something in the darkness shifted. A shadow. It wasn't my own. My phone buzzed violently in my pocket. I pulled it out, my hand shaking. A final message flashed on the screen. "Unknown. Too late." I don't remember how I got out of there. 1 second, I was in that motel. The next, I was back in my apartment, drenched in sweat, my breath ragged. My phone was on the floor beside me. The messages were gone. Every single one. I ran to the bathroom, splashed water on my face, tried to convince myself it wasn't real, that it was just some breakdown, that Emma had never been there at all. But when I looked up, She was in the mirror, watching me, smiling. And this time, she didn't look scared. I don't know if Emma is still alive. I don't know if she ever really disappeared or if she just became something else. But I do know one thing. I don't look in mirrors anymore.